And now Alcoa presents Definitely Not a Jew on the Adam Carolla Show. Dateline, Peru, Indiana. A 21-year-old man was intoxicated and with no apparent cause went into his neighbor's yard, slashed his tires, cut down his flagpole, and burned his U.S. flag. Then the man broke into his neighbor's home, opened the freezer, and stole $80 worth of frozen pork. Definitely not a Jew.
Norman Lear in studio. Legendary Norman Lear. I grew up right in your wheelhouse, watching Sanford and Son, The Jeffersons, Good Times, Maude, of course, All in the Family. Amazing work. All in the Family, welcome, by the way, the book. Even this I get to experience. Available now on Amazon, and you know what to do. Click through AdamCarolla.com. Show us a little love. Great to see you. I think I saw you at Phil Rosenthal's house a year or so ago.
Oh, yes, at a film screening.
So we should talk about everything. First off, All in the Family is one of these shows that I reference all the time in the new Hollywood system where you're attempting to do a sitcom and they go, everyone has to be likable. This guy's not likable. And I go, Carol O'Connor was not likable. Archie Bunker was not likable. He was funny as shit, but he wasn't likable. And I literally had an executive go, oh, listen, we know that him and Meathead argued, but we also knew that if Meathead was ever in the hospital, Archie would be the first one by his bedside. And I said, no, he wouldn't. He didn't even like the guy. And I don't know if today's system is driving you nuts or what was different about the old system that you could do something. There wasn't audience testing?
I thought he was a human being, and that automatically included being lovable to some degree and to some people, and some people not. But I always thought of him as lovable in the sense that his daughter could count on him.
But I guess what I'm getting at is I come from a very liberal group, and when I was young, we would watch All in the Family, and my super liberal mom would look at him and go, what a buffoon, what a cartoon character, what a clown he is. But she wouldn't be offended by him. She looked at him as a buffoon, and she would laugh with him.
Because there was something lovable about him.
Yeah, but I don't feel
like he was a human being.
I don't feel like we could make that sitcom today because we'd have to make him super likable all the time. He couldn't be that buffoon.
The guys and gals that are doing shows right now, the showrunners, they tell me you couldn't do it today. And they attempt to do some of the things that we did subject-wise, and they can't do it.
Yeah,
so you're right about that.
They would take Carol O'Connor and they would round off the sharp edges and they'd make him just a little more sort of universally friendly, and he'd be just a big blob of oatmeal.
Matt and Trey at South Park wanted to do Archie, and they did him as a little kid.
Right. Yeah, but I'm basically talking about, the big three
networks,
as it were.
You could do that stuff on Comedy Central or the, cable channels.
So it's weird that we've regressed in a certain way, but you want to talk about shows that hold up. And also, as somebody who came from a poor family that was pretty depressed, I liked watching the Jeffersons and Sanford and Son. It made me feel better about my lot in life versus watching the Partridge Family or the Brady Bunch, which always made me depressed.
Well, you may be articulating something I haven't heard a lot, but there may be a very significant inner truth in that an awful lot of Caucasians watched it because it helped them feel better than they felt they had any right to feel when they weren't watching it.
No, I did. I would see I'd see Good Times, and I would go, all right, they're a little poorer than we are, and they live in a crappier place than we do. We're poor, and we live in a crappier place, but when I would see the Brady Bunch in their big house and their shiny car and everyone intact and happy and together, it would depress me. So in a way, you did a service, and Maude depressed me a little bit too. But then Adrienne Barbeau came down those stairs, and I perked up.
How about Thelma on Good Times?
Oh, yeah. She was pretty good. Yeah, Thelma was pretty good too. But Adrienne Barbeau at 26, coming down those stairs in that tight sweater. Yeah, I woke up in a hurry. Now
I have her. She's in the car at 26 waiting for you.
Yeah.
When this show's over.
Wow. That'd be
I
so
brought you
awesome.
An
I had I think I had one of my earliest erotic dreams about Adrienne Barbeau, which was we were at a mall and I tried to grab her boobie and she yelled at me. And then I told her we were in a dream. It didn't matter, and she still yelled at me.
Next story.
Thank you.